exhibit. Now, the world's key growing economies have called for a more diverse international money system. The BRIC group, which comprises of Brazil, Russia, India and China, ended their first formal summit by urging the reform of global financial institutions to reflect the seismic changes to the world's economy. Well, the meeting, which the Russian president described as an historic event, was held in the Ural city of Yekaterinburg. The four emerging economic giants agreed to cooperate to strengthen financial and energy security during the global downturn. And as Katerina Azarova reports, their alliance appears to be a stabilizer for the world's economy.
Building a stronger global economy, brick by brick. Brazil, Russia, India and China are the world's biggest emerging markets. And the economical crisis has only strengthened their resolve to play a key role in shaping the financial world.
So I think it's in the beginning certainly more a group for consultation and for coordination of political positions. But I think we are a common interest group, so there may be many things in common that we can explore further on in terms of cooperation.
Hopes are high, and leaders say their very first summit proved an even bigger success than they'd imagined.
I think that the robust development of the BRIC countries, China, India, Brazil and Russia, will continue to have strong impact on world economic development, industrial capacity and global security. The BRIC Summit must create conditions for a much fairer world order and for solving vital global problems.
It seems not only member states share this enthusiasm. Goldman Sachs analyst Jim O'Neill, who originally coined the term BRIC back in 2001, also believes the alliance will flourish, while the world economy will contract. And other countries are already allegedly looking to join.
I hear various proposals who can join BRIC. Usually who is mentioned are South Africa, Mexico and Indonesia. I think that only one country probably more or less seriously consider it. This is South Africa, which actually could add some value to BRIC. And some people even joke that then it would actually become BRICS, which we often say instead of BRIC.
BRICS it may soon be, but the media are placing Indonesia as the top contender after its presidential election in July. They may say they're not yet ready for a new member in the alliance, but Brazil, Russia, India, and China may well find that once they are, there'll be another eye watching over the world's financial matters with them. For the meantime, the four countries expressed discomfort with Washington's financial stewardship and the world dependency on the dollar. Hence, a proposal to turn towards national currencies or create a new reserve one.
A supranational global currency for the world is a really complicated issue. Unity is needed on this among all the countries involved. We have repeatedly spoken about this in the framework of the G20, that through the system of the International Monetary Fund, considering the amount of money the IMF is distributing, we'll be witnessing the emergence of a new supranational currency used for international settlements.
This was BRIC's first official get-together, with more already planned. But their main goal here seemed to have been to show that there's more cementing them than just ambitions. Katerina Azarova, RT, Yekaterinburg.
Well, the next summit of the BRIC countries will be in 2010 and will be hosted by Brazil, which is considered to be the odd one out in the group. But as Artis Naui explains from Rio de Janeiro, despite its differences from the other three, Brazil is very much a cornerstone in the bloc.
Brazil isn't only the odd man out because of its geographical position halfway across the world. It is known as the odd BRIC country by itself, by experts, and also by its other BRIC counterparts, partly because it is the slowest of the four. It's expanded about half the rate of China and India over the past decade. It's about 2/3 behind the growth rate of Russia. But it's also been criticized for positioning itself in a way to sort of put its counterparts down by claiming that it's per se, much more open to free trade than China or Russia. It's also the only non-nuclear power of the four. Nevertheless, Brazil was the country to urge for this meeting of BRIC in the Russian Urals, and it very much understands that they need to work together if they're going to get through this crisis. It's interesting to point out that when the acronym was coined back in 2001, none of the four countries were so keen to take on the name BRIC. But now it's a much different story during this crisis. There's hope that if they work together, they could perhaps come out with less scars than richer countries. They have a huge, ambitious agenda, which we've heard some of. They want to expand the UN Security Council. They want to overhaul the world's international financial system and dump the dollar as the world's currency reserve. So it's a tremendous goals that have been set up by these four countries, and Brazil certainly understands that they will have to see eye to eye if they're going to make any progress.